lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Well, today I'm going with a new look, my new glasses. These are Gucci eyeglasses that I got. I'm going blind, you guys, doing the job that I'm doing, not this job, my daytime real job. So I do a lot of, staring at the computer for a very long time. So I'm going blind and I decided to make it fashionable, Do you like this look? Like the librarian look. Do you like it? Let me know if you like my glasses down below in the comments. I did a lot of search before I found this pair, you guys. Next I have an exciting, one-of-a-kind fragrance, you guys. This is Aura by Mugler. So, Thierry Mugler's fragrances. This is the Eau de Parfum, by the way. Thierry Mugler's fragrances tend to be a world of its own, right? To say the least. It's just, look at this bottle though, my good God. Do you know what this perfume reminds me of? I can't believe that no one has said that. I don't know if I'm alone in this, but the first time I saw this perfume was several years ago. I was at Macy's testing perfumes, trying to figure out what I wanted. And I described to the person there, I wanted something. This was back when I was still buying fragrances at department stores, which you don't want to do anymore. You guys know that you can find them for much nicer prices and online from sellers like fragrance.com. But anyway, this bottle, when the Macy's salesperson showed me, if you want a one-of-a-kind, like a mysterious, unique perfume, I got one for you. And this had just come out and she showed it to me. This is one of our latest ones, and she pulled this out and I was like, wow, that bottle is something else. Do you know what this fragrance reminds me of? It smells and looks. It reminds me of two things. It makes me think of a nymph, like in all green, with green skin, nymph with long hair, with like twigs and flowers in her hair, running through the woods. That's kind of like, it really takes you into the woods, you guys. This fragrance, something about this fragrance, I think that's what they were trying to create with this, the vibe they were trying to go with this fragrance. And guess what else it reminds me of? That movie, I can't remember the name, like the movie with blue people, the movie with blue people, what was it called? Avatar. Yeah. This smells like something the avatars would wear. Seriously, that's what I think of. This smells so good. It just really kind of, it's like you feel, it smells like dewdrops on a lily pad in a beautiful pond surrounded by this green woods, and there's a nymph running through the wood and she's wearing this perfume. So the main accords, of course, are green, definitely green smelling, vanilla, woody, sweet, fruity. So those are the accords in this fragrance. It was launched in 2017. Apparently it has a rhubarb leaf, the top note, which is that green note that I'm getting. That actually reminds me, it has like that same green note as Delina Parfums de Marly, but a little different. Obviously makes sense. That one has rhubarb and this is rhubarb leaf. So it's actually green than a sour note, because it's a leaf. And then it has Tiger Liana, Orange Blossom, Bourbon Vanilla, and Wolfwood notes. Wow, very unique. This is like not a safe blind buy, you guys. You want to smell this first before you buy, because it's not for everybody. I love this. That first time I smelled it years ago, I didn't appreciate it the way I appreciate it today. Maybe my palate, my nose has matured, I don't know, and become more experienced, but I really appreciate this smell. It's very unique. There's a place and a time for this. So next up we have Escada Magnetism. So I got a sampler set like a long time ago. This was, I can't remember when, but this was one of the, look at the bottle. It's not gorgeous. It's a beautiful hot pink magenta bottle. It's a little kind of curved. And anyway, as I was saying, I got it as a sample and I loved it. And I used that sample until it ran out. But I just didn't know what it was. I actually couldn't tell. Then I saw this bottle and I'm like, yeah, because the sample was the same one, only tiny. And I'm like, oh, so that is what it was, this Escada Magnetism. It's sweet and green. It has a green note in there that you smell on the top note, like when you first, you know, in the opening. Yeah, there's like a beautiful green note in there that you smell right away when you spray it. So it is an Oriental Vanilla. It was launched in 2003. Top notes are pineapple, blackcurrant, melon, red berries, cassia, lychee. Middle notes have magnolia, iris, green leaves, freesia. Those are the green notes that I'm smelling. Basil, jasmine, caraway, heliotrope, lily of the valley, rose, and almond blossom. Base notes are sandalwood, amber, patchouli, musk, benzoin, caramel, vetiver, and vanilla. Whoa! Whoa! This has a lot of notes in it. So it's actually a very complex fragrance. I guess now I can see it because it's very sweet and green, you know, kind of like a balance of the two. But it smells like a fresh fragrance, you know. But anyway, love this thing. Next up I have MAC Creme de Nude, and this one I got because I heard someone say that this is like a delicious gourmand smell fragrance. Someone said that this is like man killer vibes to it. Men apparently like the gourmand sweet notes of this fragrance. So this is actually really beautiful scent. I mean, it's by MAC, but this is the only MAC fragrance I have. I also want to get the Velvet Teddy, but I read some reviews and people said that this one is a lot better than the Velvet Teddy or the Candy Yum Yum. This is an Oriental technically fragrance, but I would say this is kind of a little bit gourmandish too. So it has like musky caramel, powdery vanilla, and sweet accords in this. MAC Cosmetics launched it in November 2016. So it has notes of caramel. It's a sexy amber musk fragrance with notes of caramel inspired by naked skin. Top notes are neroli, which I, by the way, love and adore. Then we have suede, I can see that. We have musk, and then of course caramel, you can smell very well in here. There's vanilla notes on the base and some ambrette, musk mellow notes on the base, which I can see very much. And you can, you know, you can see how the mixture of that would create a very kind of sexy, gourmandish, sweet fragrance that men would love. It is something that I would wear like to go out. So I only have a few more to go through, you guys. I'm gonna try to breeze through this as fast as I can. So next up I have something very exciting from a very exciting brand, and I'm so glad I discovered this brand. It is Be Layered. They have like fragrances, like dupes. They actually create clones of very expensive fragrances like Lancôme Oud Bouquet, Parfums de Marly Delena, Parfums de Marly Delena Exclusive, and then Tom Ford ones like Lost Cherry. So they have dupes as in clones of those fragrances. And let me tell you something, when they say clones, they mean clones. Actually, to be honest, two of these ones are clones of Parfums de Marly Delena and Parfums de Marly Delena Exclusive. Let me tell you something, I have Parfums de Marly Delena, I don't have the exclusive, but I compared the two. Not only is it a clone of de Marly Delena, but it's better than de Marly Delena, and it's half the price. Actually less than half the price, and it projects and lasts forever, and it's got such great sillage. I would say better than Delena. So they come in these beautiful like velvet pouches, and they came in a box, but I threw the box away. Let me get the fragrances out first, out of the velvet pouches, which I love, by the way, that they packaged it that way. I mean, think about it. This is like Parfums de Marly, a clone for less than half the price. These are the two clones for the Parfums de Marly Delena and Parfums de Marly Delena Exclusive. So this one is First Kiss, which is the dupe for the clone of de Marly Delena. And this one is First Kiss Exclusive, which is the dupe or the clone of Parfums de Marly Delena Exclusive. Let me tell you, I don't have the exclusive of the Parfums de Marly. I do have the Delena. I compared this to it. It smells exactly like Parfums de Marly Delena, only I would say slightly better. And let me tell you, I tested this perfume that first day I received it. It has so much projection and sillage and performance, much better than Delena. I also tried Delena when it arrived. I gotta say, it disappeared on my skin after a few hours, like I would say about 4 hours, it was gone. Whereas this lasted on my skin all day. Yeah, it smells exactly exactly like Delina and Delina exclusive. This one, by the way, I got another one. These are my first 3 fragrances from them. This is Dark Temptation, and this is supposed to be the clone of Lancome Oud Bouquet. This is definitely oody and sweet and kind of vanilla kind of fragrance. Gorgeous, gorgeous scent. So the First Kiss exclusive has lychee, Turkish rose, vanilla, pear, argar wood, that's oud, incense, woody notes, amber, and bergamot. So this is the First Kiss exclusive. And then the First Kiss has, just like the Demarly, rhubarb, lychee, nutmeg, Turkish rose, peony, hetalia, vanilla, cedar, vetiver, cashmere, musk, and incense. So I see a few notes that are different from the Delina, which is probably what makes this honestly last longer, but smells like exactly like Delina, but lasts longer, maybe projects longer, become more maybe because of those additional notes. Again, this reminds me, just like the Delina reminds me of, you know, like the rose essence you put in like food, and then it reminds me of Faluda, you know, it's like a sweet drink, and it has that sour rhubarb note in it too. So the notes of Dark Temptation is rose. I definitely smell the rose and oud, just like the Lancome Oud Bouquet. Saffron, vanilla, and some woodsy kind of notes. Next up, I have, I ordered from Selfridges. This is, you know, came in the Selfridges pouch. So this one is Love Don't Be Shy by Killian. Look at this, look at this, look at this packaging. This is just amazing, and obviously it's, you know, cost an arm and a leg. I don't have that many of these type of fragrances in my collection, but I make an exception for, you know, gems like by Killian fragrances. So it just came in a, you know, now see, this one was packaged the way fragrance that is expensive should be packaged, unlike Parfums de Marly Delina. So this is how it came in a beautiful black box. So this is Love Don't Be Shy. I love the way this fragrance smells. The moment it arrived, I sprayed it on myself and fell in love immediately. This is an Oriental Vanilla, and allegedly this is the signature perfume or the favorite perfume of Rihanna, apparently. Just an additional piece of information for those of you who are interested. Keynotes are Orange Blossom, Vanilla, Luscious, Marshmallow. So this actually, I can smell the marshmallow. This is like a vanilla marshmallow kind of gourmand fragrance. So the actual notes are Orange Blossom, Vanilla, Luscious, Marshmallows. Makes sense. It's a warm, you know, warm floral kind of fragrance. The fragrance implores you at the opening with tender Orange Blossom, Absolute, juicy honeysuckle, and plush rose are softly caressed by the sweetness of luscious marshmallow, sugar accord, satisfying the craving pang of new love. A warm amber base lends a touch of sensuality. It is an oriental fragrance, but I would say it's kind of gourmandish too. The main accords are white floral, caramel, vanilla, powderiness to it on the dry down. So those are the accords, and the top notes are neroli, bergamot, pink pepper, coriander. Wow, I did not get the coriander in there. Middle notes are iris, jasmine, rose, honeysuckle, and orange blossom. I will tell you, I definitely get the neroli and bergamot on the opening, and pink pepper. Then I get the jasmine and rose, honeysuckle, orange blossom, all that. And the base notes are musk. There's a powdery dry down to it. Vanilla, definitely get the vanilla, a huge dose of that. Civet, caramel, sugar, and labdanum. So that's what this has. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous sweet vanilla marshmallowy heaven. Love it. And it lasts quite a long time on the skin. The day it arrived, I sprayed it on myself. Has great projection, and on the dry down it's very powdery and beautiful. Very soft feminine fragrance. Then I have 2 celebrity fragrances by the same celebrity. I don't really tend to go for celebrity fragrances, you guys. I only very rarely get them if they're very, very good and I hear great reviews. And I heard people raving about these 2 fragrances by Sofia Vergara. So this is Sofia by Sofia Vergara, and this is Love by Sofia Vergara. So they are both amazing. I particularly like the original, the Sofia by Sofia Vergara. So this one, actually, people say that this reminds them of La Vie est Belle vibes and Coco Mademoiselle vibes. Maybe if they were married, maybe a little bit of Coco Mademoiselle and a little bit of La Vie est Belle. I can see where people are getting that from, but I wouldn't really necessarily agree that it smells anything, you know, that close to those two. But this is a beautiful scent. And look at this bottle for such a affordable celebrity fragrance. Look at the nice classiness of this bottle. I mean, Sofia Vergara, you know, and the team did a really good job with the bottle and the scent itself. The only thing I would say is that, let me smell it. It's a gorgeous floral scent, and it has a little bit of vanilla, kind of like a gourmandiness to it too. The only thing is that it doesn't last very long on my skin. When it arrived, I sprayed it on myself and it was gone after just a few hours. I would say maximum 4 hours. It was gone, and it became a skin scent after that. So that's the only problem with it. It's a beautiful fragrance though. For such an affordable price, I don't mind respraying it. So it is a oriental floral, and it has like main accords of sweet, woody, powdery, floral, vanilla kind of accords. And it is a, you know, the Colombian actress Sofia Vergara's perfume. You guys know her from Modern Family mainly. It has top notes of juicy blackberry, sparkling cassis, buds, and plum. So I can definitely smell the plum notes in it and the blackberry, cassis. And then there's violet, Colombian rose, and Colombian orchid on the base, and has it also has sandalwood, vanilla, and earthy wood. So I can definitely now see where the scent comes from. You know, definitely get those like the Colombian rose, Colombian orchid, that mysterious notes I was getting in there. Those were them. I can now see. I can connect the dots, and there's a little sandalwood there that I was smelling. It's got a little juiciness to it from that blackberry note. Definitely on the dry down, you can like smell more of the vanilla and like a little bit of the sandalwood. This was launched in 2014. It's the Eau de Parfum. So everything I showed you today, with the exception of Narciso Rodriguez, for her, it has been a Eau de Parfum so far. So just in case I forgot to mention that. And the other fragrance, so that's the one that I got from Sofia Vergara. I also got her other one, which is Love by Sofia Vergara. So this is what the packaging looks like for that. It's the same as the packaging for the Sofia by Sofia Vergara. So this is what the backs look like in the front. So this one I don't love as much as Sofia, but this is also a pretty nice fragrance, I gotta say, for the price, for it being a celebrity price. I mean, look at this ombre bottle. That it's the same as the other one, only like an ombre. That is pretty luxe for such an affordable celebrity fragrance, if you ask me. And this is also so beautiful, very feminine, very soft. This is the second fragrance by the actress Sofia Vergara, and it was launched in 2014 and it came out in 2015. This is a oriental warm fruity fragrance. It has mandarin, passion fruit, green apple, orange blossom. The heart notes have Colombian coffee blossom, purple orchid, orris root, and magnolia. And then the base has ambrette seed, amberwood, praline, and vanilla. I can see that. So yeah, I mean, I'm starting to appreciate this a little bit even more than when I first got it. It's a complex fragrance for a celebrity fragrance, and it smells gorgeous. Definitely a steal, you guys, but you just have to respray. Although I gotta say, my skin eats fragrances. I didn't hear people saying that this has bad performance. It just could be my skin eating fragrances. Maybe you want to, spray it on your clothes, which I haven't tried. Maybe if I sprayed it on my clothes, it'll last longer. That day when this arrived, I sprayed it on myself, just on my wrist, and it just kind of disappeared after about 4 hours, became a skin scent. But it may be different if I sprayed it on my clothes. Jessica Simpson's fragrance, I want to get her original one too, but this is like the eau de parfum of the Fancy Love. So she has Fancy and then Fancy Love. I'm going to get Fancy as well, but I got Fancy Love first. I heard good things about. It's a very pretty scent. It's nothing to write home about. It's a pretty scent, floral scent. Main accords are floral, citrus, amber, aldehyde, aldehydic, musky. So it's an aldehydic kind of fragrance. It's launched in 2009. And the notes are bergamot, peach blossom, goji leaves, and then there's pink champagne. So there's like a bubbliness to this, so that's where that comes from. Heart notes are lotus, peony, plumeria, jasmine, and Turkish rose. And the base notes are creamy amber, blonde wood. So yeah, I mean, and there's like a little musk and patchouli in it too. So I got the eau de parfum version, 3.4 ounces. Fluid ounces, 100 ml bottle. It's actually the packaging is kind of nice. It's got like the embossed kind of design on it. I mean, it's pretty, but it's not resonating with me as like a groundbreaking fragrance. I will have to figure out how long it lasts on my skin. Probably not that long. It smells like one of those fragrances perhaps won't last long. I got my first fragrance from the Maison Christian Dior line, the Privee line, Fève Délicieuse. So this one is just, look at this packaging, you guys. It is just so luxe. It's got like this texture. I don't know if the camera is capturing it. Is it? I don't know, my camera sucks, you guys. Anyways, so I mean, look at this. I did this unboxing on Instagram. Actually, I posted it on Instagram. If you guys want to check that out when it first arrived. So this is what the box came like. It's so luxe. The packaging, I ripped into it like an animal, you guys. I mean, anyway, so it came in this velvet pouch. Some samples came in this velvet pouch, Miss Dior and a bunch of samples, and this is the actual component of the packaging. Fève Délicieuse. Let me open the cap. So this is what it looks like, and this cap is actually magnetized. Like, look at that. That's like crazy. It like screws itself on. I gotta say though, this took me aback. Just kind of, this took me by surprise. It is a very different fragrance. I've never smelled anything like it before. It has like a powdery vibe to it, but it's very much a gourmand to the max fragrance. It is a very strong gourmand feminine fragrance, and it's one of a kind. It's very kind of powdery on the dry down. Very strong, very intense in your face, you guys. This is something I would only wear to like a red carpet type, like almost, you know, really like a special occasion. I mean, other than the fact that it's so expensive, I will list it down below. It was launched as part of the exclusive collection, La Collection Privee. Scent is centered on Venezuelan tonka beans. I can definitely see that tonka beans being the center of this. Created in 2015, created in-house by the in-house perfumer as a sophisticated oriental gourmand harmony. Tonka bean smells like a mixture between caramel, almonds, and kate. Milky sweet, but also bitter. I can definitely, it's a weird perfume, I'm telling you. It's like gourmand, but there's like a bitterness, kind of like a, I don't know, there's something that's cutting the fragrance. And then I can also see the milkiness to it, the sweetness. It also includes tonka bean, vanilla, caramel, cocoa. I can see that darkness of this comes from the cocoa, praline, and woodsy accords. So the main accords are sweet, balsamic, aromatic, vanilla, and warm spicy. It's also very spicy. It's kind of like indescribable, like kind of like a, it's hard to describe. You just have to smell this. This is not a safe blind buy, you guys. It's not. Not everybody will like this perfume, but people who do would love this to death. I was on the fence when I got this. It kind of like hit me like a ton of bricks. It was like very intense, and it's very different from anything I've smelled before, but I really appreciate it now that the more I'm smelling it. It's a gorgeous scent, very complex, very long lasting as well. That day I sprayed it on myself, it lasted quite a long time. But it is something I would wear sparingly on very special occasions, nighttime fragrance for sure. And if there's any fragrance you guys want me to review, please let me know in the comments below. I will see you guys in my next video.